Yeah, hi YouTube. Just wanted to take this opportunity to have a little chat about the Necrons and 6th edition, the new Necron Codex, of course. I know it's been out for a long time, but I haven't actually done a video. I just thought I'd put some thoughts down so you guys can give me some comments. Anyway, just looking at the Necrons in general, they have significantly changed, obviously. I didn't play Necrons in 5th or on the previous codex, so I'm not going to do any comparisons that I'm not experienced of. So I've been played a few games now. Probably about 4 games, I think 5 games, and it's been good. There's some nice surprises in there. It's quite a tricky, sneaky army. There's a lot of tricks and a lot of subterfuge and shadow-handed techniques and stuff you can use. A lot of combos. They've got a lot of personality now. The vehicles I find are a little bit debatable. I haven't gone into the mechanized side of it yet. I probably will do as upgrades, but at the moment, just because of the purchases I've made, I've got quite a large infantry-based sort of Necron army supported by a monolith. So it's a bit strange because with Necrons you've got many different options as to how to field the army now. It's not just a question of blocks, line ranked sort of British Empire style groups of guys with guns shooting in sequence. It's a bit more sort of wary now. It's a bit more fragile now. You do have a lot to play with, which is fascinating. It's really good fun. It's a nice codex. Some of the lore is really quite hilarious. Some of the descriptions and the things that they've sort of written about in here is actually quite funny as well when you look at it. But yeah, they're cool. They're a cool army. They sort of zip about like in outside of dimensions and move around and through like dimensional portals and stuff. It's good fun. So with the army, I've probably taken a reasonably controversial army because I know some people have issues with the Lich Guard unit and they say that it's just too expensive, but from what I've seen, they are really powerful, really good solid unit. Armies are scared of them. I've seen like 3 Lich Guard smashing units of Space Marines. So I love the models, absolutely love the models of the Lich Guard. They're exactly the kind of models that I was looking for out of Necrons, and they're good, strong, like melee, elite, individual units, individual men, I'm afraid. Sorry. So I've painted them, given them like a hash-up copper, like on the shoulder pads. I've gone for a bit of red, like on the shield, and given them like a Cycloptean eye. So you can see, I haven't finished painting them, and I apologise for the poor quality of the camera, but I'm just using my phone here. And if I just pick one up, you can see that I've given them a Cycloptean sort of eye in the centre of their face. So they're pretty mean. Anyway, sort of Roman looking, in all honesty. I was inspired by the old Roman strategy of the turtle, or the tortoise, sorry, where they all stand in a square and put their shields up, and in my case, the shields are actually the warriors. I use these guys to protect the Lich Guard, try and get them up there, and they are a slow unit. They've got a very low initiative, so they're not going to be attacking first. So, you need to use, other ways of getting them A, into combat in the first place, because they're all infantry, and B, when they're in combat, you need to sort of use some of the tactics to try and speed them up a little bit. And Nemesaur Zandrak is a very good combo for that, because you can swap rules around and give them better rules and give them counter attack, and you can take rules off your opponent as well. it's quite nice. I've got 2 units of 10 here, so 20 in total. And I'm thinking if I'm going to play both units, which I know is very, very expensive, I think it's 800 points for 2 units. I'd put Vargard Oberon with 1 unit, and I'd probably leave the other unit so I can use them to come out of the monolith, and really that's how I'm going to sort of get them up there into the fight quickly. Oberon will teleport using his Veil of Darkness, or Nightmare Veil, I can't remember exactly what it's called, using the Veil to jump them onto the opponent's ranks. So, and the other 10 possibly using the monolith, just to get them through the portal, which you can't see very well because of my phone. Anyway, yeah, whole bunch of Wraiths. Wraiths are absolutely brilliant, really good, quick melee unit, lots of attacks, high strength, and they're pretty tough as well. They get rending with their attacks as well, so they can be very powerful and very deadly. They're a quick unit, and you can really cause a lot of problems for people. I personally don't bother taking the ranged weapon. It's just the way that I roll. Anyway, the Lords. So as you can see, I've got old style Necron Lord here, Imhotep the Storm Lord, and I cut off the tip of one of the Gauss beam sections inside the gun, one of these. Cut the tip off and inserted it into the helm bit, just so it looks like a jewel basically. I've got a Warhammer Fantasy model here, the Queen Khalida, is it, or something? I love that model. Goes really well with the Necrons sort of feel, the Egyptian sort of feel of a Necron Lord. I did build a bits monster as well, just out of some of the Necron leftovers. It could be an objective, or you could put it on a base and have it as another character or something. I don't know. Anyway, Nightbringer. Satan's Shard, and a bunch of Scarabs. Lots of warriors, immortals, and destroyers, and spiders. And the destroyers, they're nice. You can proxy the destroyers for the tomb blades. They're quite good as well. But I noticed after playing my friend Battle Brother James, kudos. These Space Wolves are all on crack. They've all got crack missiles basically, and they can be quite a tough opponent. So sometimes it's nice to have ranged. Anyway, lots of warriors and a Cryptek as well. Crypteks bring to the table a lot of new ways of enjoying your army. I think there's four different setups that you can choose. Cryptek of destruction, or the storm one, or things like that. They give you different abilities if you pay for them. Destroyer Lord up here. Destroyer Lords are really good. They're still really tough as well, and you can give them a resurrection orb. You can I'll have to double check to see if you can put them with a unit of Wraiths, but that would make a very powerful unit, I think, if you had a Destroyer Lord with Wraiths. I'll have to check. Lots more warriors basically. The warriors, the good thing about the warriors is that they stand up. If you roll a 5+ or 4+ with an orb, they'll get up again. They'll keep fighting, and also they're ballistic skill 5, which makes them really good at shooting. And you can get, if it's rapid fire, with a Gauss weapon, you can get sort of 20 shots off in a group of 10 plus. At ballistic skill 5, I think that's what, a 3+ to hit. So you're getting a lot of hits in. With these weapons, a lot of hits are actually hitting home. It's not like a band of crazy orcs, would just shoot everywhere and killing birds and shooting into the ground just for a laugh. They're actually, they've actually got a really good sort of targeting system. So they've got high ballistic skill, and they've had a long time to practice with their weaponry. Obviously, they're a millennia old plus. So I hope you like it. I know it's a little bit strange having just this massive unit of Lich Guard, but I just love them. I love the models. I love the look of them. I love the fact that they've got a Cycloptean eye, you know, but I have equipped them illegally though. I must point that out before someone else does. Basically, the shield, I love the shield. I really wanted the shield to stay on there, but you shouldn't really have a war scythe with the shield. Okay, that's completely illegal. You can't equip them that way. I've done it anyway because it looks so awesome. And for the other guys, I actually cut the other hyperphase sword off the sprue, cut the handle off, and stuck that on the back of the hyperphase sword as usual. So they've got like a double-edged, like hyperphase sword thingy going on, you know. And I kind of, in my head, in the lore, you know, they've got like a hyper-advanced bearing in their wrist, and it just spins at a billion RPM, and they're just basically walking around with this, like this windmill of death. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so like I said, I hope you like it. If you're thinking about the terrain that I've got here, I've just used, oh, sorry, that was my phone receiving a text message. I've just used polystyrene inserts from PC boxes and monitor boxes and things. You know, I know it's a bit cheeky, a bit cheating. I've used some copper bars just to give it a bit more authenticity. Yes, that was a Land Raider in there. It's some kind of a manufactorium, I'm thinking. Yeah, just spray painted it black and grey. Good thing is the spray paint actually melts the polystyrene a bit, so you get this really cool sort of weathered effect. You know, you can punch holes in it and cut bits off, and there's like big sort of laser damage in it and things falling off it. You know, it looks good. It does the job anyway, and plus you save a lot of money not buying, you know, the official stuff. Even though it looks absolutely beautiful, it's really quite expensive. So, you know, improvise, guys. Improvise with your scenery. You know, improvise with your armies. Don't be afraid to make them look how you want them to look. You know, as long as you keep them reasonably realistic, obviously. You know, I'm sure no one's going to worry too much. And obviously, you just tell people what you're equipped with. Anyway, thanks for watching. Give me any comments. All comments are welcome, good and bad, of course. So I hope you enjoyed the video. All hail the Necron warriors.